Hey, Snakebite, how you doing? Good to see you. Glad you could come. Hey, Gold, how you doing there, brother? Thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get everything all set up here. I think I got it, and we're going to go live, and not that one. I got to change my camera. Okay, let's change camera. Stop cam. How about that? I got to change my camera. What the heck? Hey, Mark B, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Hello, Lucky Star. Hang on just a minute. I'm trying to get my camera set up. So I got to switch over cameras. So, God. I guess I don't have to have my camera because I got to shut this thing all down and go back and switch cameras. It won't let me just switch it. So I've got my start camera and it is on my microscope and that I got set up. So I guess I'm going to have to do without, or I can leave it there. We can do things there, but how about that? We'll look at that for a little bit. Thank you for coming, everyone. I got some interesting news for everybody this week and kind of what to look out for and stuff like that. I got hacked this week, or maybe it was last week. I don't know if it was when it was, but I got notification this week, and we'll chat about that, what to do, and we got a lot of other things that I want to talk about. So you going to do the 2025 W&S ASE proofed Armed Forces privies, or what changes are they doing? Aztec, I doubt if I will do any of the metals. I am not. I'm not a big metal guy. Me too, Rocky. They use my. Yep, yeah. I'll explain to you what they're doing, and I'll and explain to you what I think what's going on, and I'll give you. So I got numbers that I'm gonna post how to do it because I spent hours trying to get this set up. I had to go by the bank and just all kinds of crap. So it might help y'all, anybody that's in here that that can see and stuff like that. So let's put my link up here. So if somebody wants to come up here and chat with me, and that way, peace. There we go. All right. So if you want to come up and chat with me and stuff like that, hey, Sin City, thank you for coming. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, sorry I missed you. And Lucky Star, it's interesting to come to find out. I've had you had to cancel your card and file it. Yep, there you go. Mark, what they did to me is they actually hacked my account somewhere. I'm waiting to find out. I'll find out when I get my credit report. But they actually changed my credit report on where I live. They tried to change. Hey, Robert Kemp, good evening. Thank you for coming. Hey, son of a silver stacker, how you doing? Thank you for coming. I got some good information on some stuff tonight. Hey, Beto. So what I had to do, yeah, I think what they were trying to do, what I could find out is they were trying to set up either a credit card up or some other kind of devious stuff in there and change my address billing. So they actually changed my actual address billing. So I'm still making phone calls and stuff like that, making sure that everything is okay. And I got to call my lender tomorrow to make sure that they didn't get my address changed in, because I did not get a bill for making my payment this month, so I'm kind of worried why. So, but it's an ongoing process. So, and what I think what's going on with it Yeah, tacos. Yeah, I'm ready for some tacos. Stacker, I tell you, Dean, there you go, on the way. Um, what they did. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. Thank you for coming. So what I had to do is I had to call all three. I had to call all three credit agencies. Hey, Nickel, how you doing there, brother? Let me get that link for you before you're going to get popped here. So, yeah, I put it out there for you, but she got you before I got it. What I'm thinking they're trying to do is open up credit cards in my name and change the address. So what I had to do is I called all three credit agencies on their lines of what you call oh heck to freeze your account. So I had to call three different credit agencies and freeze my credit. Now that is a pain. They gave me all kinds of numbers on each one, so I can, if I need to do something, buy something on credit or something, which I don't think I will, but they are trying. They're always offering me credit cards, etc., because my credit is. Yeah, there you. Yes, Beto. They are. Yeah, Barbara, it's a pain, and I think I got it stopped in time. I got all three credit companies freezing my credit, and let's say my credit is really close to 800. So I figured that they're trying to maybe when that 1.1 billion names, numbers, and stuff like that was stolen here about 6 months ago. I believe that they actually might have got my information and started trying to do that. Yeah, it does, Lucky Star. It's been a tough week for me. It has been tough, and so there you go. You're not connected yet. I can't bring you on. You're not quite connected there. There you go. Now I can add you. So anyway, they got it stopped, and I didn't really know. I had to go by the bank because I have a credit alert, and so by 10 Monday night. Right on. You know, you're not connected. Did you send me your? Hey there, got you there, Nickel. Yeah, the gold. I appreciate that. You betcha. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need any more credit. I got plenty of credit.
They can take your title to your home too.
Well, that's another thing I was thinking of because I got all my credit frozen now, and they had what they did is they changed my address on my credit where I live. And so, and that was the first thing I was thinking of there. And so I got it all frozen, but I have a credit fraud alert. And so as soon as it happened, they sent it to me. And then I started with the bank first and they helped me what to do. And then I went into and called all the credit companies. So that was a really hours on the phone and I'm still not done. So I'll have, yeah, it's really scary. Yep. Yeah, it is. And you know what, Barbara? Like anytime I go into my bank accounts, I got a two-part to get in to help keep it from getting hacked, my checking account and banks and stuff like that. And so I've got that all taken care of. But hopefully that I got this stopped in time because it wasn't on my credit before. It was about, I believe, when they put it on my credit, it took me about 8 hours to get to the bank and call the credit companies and stuff and freeze my credit. So hopefully not too much was disturbed. So I'm still watching. So So did the Cowboys play today?
We play the Cowboys tomorrow. Monday.
Oh, that's why you did that. I should have known.
Yep, it'll be the battle of it'll be whoever makes the fewest mistakes will win, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. You know, I was surprised the Cowboys even won that last. I'm constantly being told I need more than one credit card, and yet I have a 790. There you go. You don't need all those credit cards to help your credit, Sin City. Believe me. And I have a couple of credit cards. Hey, Gold, how you doing there, Goldie? Good to see you, Chick. And thank you for coming. You got zapped by the SA. No, yes, yep, exactly. So I had to fight that and go through all that. So it was a major ordeal. And if you want me to, I can post the numbers to Equifax and TransUnion and their dispute lines and put it up there. If y'all are interested, y'all might just put a check mark or a yes or a number one or something like that. If you want me to put the information up for the call just for your own record. So just in case it happens, you know, you never, because I didn't know who to call because you can't get into TransUnion. So I had to go into a different, and I got the number from the bank was the only way I could get it. So, and I'll be glad to put it up if everybody wants it. Yeah, Gold Chick, because I'm like, I'm like Sin City. I got really good credit. I'm really close to 800, which is really hard to get nowadays. And so that Ghostbusters, yeah, send them over there, Lucky Star. That'll be good. So, but yeah, hey, Steve C, how you doing? And I want to ask a question. Now, I've been sending out my giveaways. Has anybody here that's supposed to get a giveaway has not gotten one? Because I am starting to think our mail system is just not what it should be. Hey, Jamie Fox, did you get yours, Jamie Fox? I know I sent you one. Dean R, I sent you one. Steve C, I sent you one. Lucky Star, no. Gold Chick, no. Tony, did you get yours yet? Beto, did you get yours? Yes, you're right, Beto. It's really bad. You did? Okay. All right. Hey, good. Okay, Steve, good. Hey, Tom Larson, how you doing? You haven't got yours yet, Tony? Okay. If you don't get it by next week, let me know. I'll send you another one. Anybody who hadn't got it, I'll send out another one because this is just absolutely crazy. Oh, okay. All right. But I thought, oh, you know what it was? You were wanting one of those coins. That's what it was. Okay. Now I remember. Okay. Yeah. I domed you twice, Steve. That's good. You never got yours, Barbara? It was a 1 ounce gold bar. Hey, Barbara, go check your mailbox. I think it went yesterday. That's what the mail said. So, so anyway, I wanted to make sure anybody that hadn't got them to let me know because I'll resend it because I'm not really sure. I guess I could send it registered, but man, it costs so much more to send it registered, you know, with the tracking, all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying to keep my funds down. Our mail carrier, he might have there, Barbara. He might have. So, did you see my my camera here? That I have a microscope, and I put it on, and I didn't switch it over to my regular camera, and so I got to reset this thing up. So, but do you see that, Mr. Nickel?
Yep.
Have you seen what 20 24 nickel, D nickels are selling for by the roll on eBay?
Over 100.
250. They're up to 250 now.
Oh, wow.
I know. It floored me. I was looking a couple of days ago, looking at it, and yeah, it's crazy. Dean says he's going to send that gold bar to Barb. Yes, they are. Yeah, that's there you go, Barbara. No, the storage computer for the SS number got hacked. Oh, I did not know that. There, that is not a good thing. I wonder if I can call the government and say I want a new Social Security number. That's what they need to do. How many Social Security numbers do you think they got? What, 400, 500 million?
Well, I don't know what they do with the deceased numbers. I don't know what they do with those. I would think they delete them, but maybe they don't.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know either. Almost everyone that Gold Chick saying they got just about everyone. That may be what's going on, because it just come right out of the blue, and I'm pretty careful about what's going on in my credit and stuff like that. So it's just absolutely crazy. Well, did anybody last week hear what country is cutting us off of precious metals that we need to work? Did anybody hear about that? That was pretty quiet from what I understand. Did you hear about it?
I have not. All I've been following is the Syria situation. So
yeah, see, that's kind of everybody's kind of watching something else. Look over here, and
and I've been following the 12 football team playoff, which the pairings are out now. By the way,
let's see, Rocky 2025 Eagles, Army, Navy, Marines will be a huge this coming 20. Yeah, they may be. I'm kind of boycotting them in. I'm kind of fed up. Medical records, everything are vulnerable. Yes. Yep. And that's funny you say that, Gold Chick, because all my insurance records, they were wanting my Social Security number, and I haven't given a Social Security number to an insurance company in over 15 years. I quit giving it to them. I said, you don't need my Social Security number, and I quit giving it to them. So that was one of my protections, because I have a number that I use. I call it my insurance number, and I have it made up, and I give it to them, and that's my insurance number, and that's what I give them. So that way I keep my Social Security number as light as I can. That I don't want it out there. So medical records were hacked. Lord, that's bad. That is bad. I'll have to check into that, Gold Chick, because that should be really, really kept private, and whoever kept those records could get sued. Yep, Dinar, you're right. So anyway, last week, and what's really sad is I had a sheet of notes that I was going to go over, but I could not get all my notes. I couldn't find my notes, and I do not know where my notes even went. So what I had to do is I'm going to go out of my memory on what was going on. So last week, China has decided, and let me get the articles pulled up here, because I'll give you links at the end of this. Let's see here. There's 3 different metals they stopped that I know of.
Let me guess. Lithium was one of them.
No, it wasn't lithium. And really? One of the metals that I had done a stream on not long ago, about 3 months ago, that China had been gallium, 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 and germanium, and antimony. Now, antimony is used in military uses. It goes into making bullets, hardening metal, and stuff like that. It's one of the ingredients. We have no antimony mines here in the United States that is an operation. The last one we had was closed down in 2001, and that was in Utah.
So basically, we probably need these metals for tanks if we're going to make tanks.
Tanks, bullets, anything, because they use that antimony getting lots of it. Yes, Dean, it is. Last week, antimony went up. Yes, it is toxic. Antimony went up 40% in price because of what China did. They're stopping it, banning here, or banning it from us. So they're trying to come out. And the other two metals, they're semiconductor, and the other two metals are made for making chips. Gallium, Gallium, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, gallium, and germania, or germanium, 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 are the other two metals that they have stopped exporting here. And so hacked was months ago. I froze my accounts that day. Oh, okay. I did not know about that, Snakebite. I wish I'd have known. Told me that at least one of my former emails was hacked. Okay. That's interesting. So everything is just going to get just destroyed, as slowly but surely they're going to come right after us and try and do everything they can to destroy us. And so that's why I have what precautions on my bank account and other things that credit cards that I own, I have, and they may have tried to, the agency wouldn't tell me who it was that put that phony address on there, but they said it was with a credit agency, and I guess they were trying to get a credit card or something that opened up in my name or something like that. So by me stopping it, they can't do anything right now. So China is so friendly. Yeah, Barbara, they are. They're real friendly. They're our best buds. Watch for that knife coming up your back. I have to kind of go along with you. My thinking is the same thing, Barbara, that the retaliation is on the tariffs that Trump wants to do. Yes, I agree with you. They're banning the sales of now those two metals, Gold Chick, are they what do they use those for in the electric? Is it going in the batteries with lithium? Can you see that nickel, what Gold Chick is saying?
Yeah, electric car steering.
Electric car steering. Now what? So I understand is the electric cars are like drive by wire, or they drive by electronic. It's no wire or anything involved in it, is what you're saying? They don't have a steering wheel? They're like I've never been in a Tesla, so I don't know. Yep, I agree with you, Barbara. I've had magnets. Oh, okay. I understand totally now. Okay. That's what they make magnets out of. That's interesting. I'm gonna write that down because I want to do some research into that, and I'll forget it before I before I get through today. So, thank you, Gold Chick. I appreciate that. I am DY. I was wondering how they steered the those things, but like I said, I've never been in a electric car, Tesla, or anything like that. I've never driven one or been around one, so I have yet to be in one. So does anybody have anything more? I mean, thank you for interacting with me there, Gold Chick. Is there anything else that you've heard that it was the ingredients on the cereal box I had this morning? There you go, Snake Bite. I like it. I like it. We should have listened to you, Barb. Do you have any comments there, Nickel?
No, I think that there could be some serious problems if he goes overboard on these tariffs, and I think you can have product shortages. You could have more tariffs put against us. We could have stores with empty shelves. I think all that could happen.
Right.
And I definitely think it'll lead to some inflation.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. I agree 100%. Is that cute? I kind of like that microscope being there. So that's pretty cool. Let's see here. Let me get something in there that we can all enjoy, and I'll put in there. You can look at. For once, Barb, you were right. I'll take a knee to you. Oh Lord. That's funny. That's funny. Let's see if we can get this up there so y'all can see that. Let me bring that down. There you go. That's that star. That's that star preview mark on the ASEs.
Barbara, but the thing of it is, with Trump, we'll just cut our own forest down. We'll increase our lumber supply because he won't be as pro-environmental, and he's not pro-mosquito and little poison toad and all that stuff that the left is. So we'll probably use more of our own lumber. That's what I figure.
That's a good possibility that we're going to start producing our own stuff, which we can do there. So Gold Chick says, let me get that 2,800 pounds of pull magnets. I'm like, I'm very magnetic, Gold Chick. That's really cool. We're into things that's really going to get crazy about on our things that we need. Beto, my niece was on a 2-story building when it happened. She said it was so bad it made her dizzy and nauseous. She was in Red Bluff at the time. Yeah, that could happen, Steve. Of Quentin, where is that liberty? What liberty, Snake Bite?
You must know the year of the coin.
Oh. It's a 2024 ASE, and I bought this. This is I'm waiting for a couple of hundred, or not a couple of hundred, but I'm waiting for 100 of these be shipped from the mint, but I'm still waiting for them. So this here is one of the first 50,000 of that Eagle that was released, and it's a 70 MS70 star. So these things have gone crazy in price. So thank you. Is that the? No, I'm not giving that, Roy Dean. uh,
JM Unleashed has entered the building.
Hey, JM, thanks for coming. You want to come up, JM? Let's get you a link.
Oh yeah, JM can fill us in on this. The Canadian government's taking guns away from their people.
Well, I was just gonna talk about that, and I have an article on that I saw, and I was gonna be sure and ask him. So I would love to know more.
Yeah, they're going to give them to Ukraine.
That's what they say. Hey, JM, there is a link for you, so if you want to come up, we'll chat with you. But yeah, that was another thing that I wanted to talk about tonight. And
I say don't give the U.S. government any ideas. I say.
Yeah, I'm so pissed for Cali people. Yeah, I agree with you, Terry or Tony. And Nickel, if that happens here, CS won't comply on his guns. That's
constitutional.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear a bunch of brave talk from people, and I don't know. I think what has the American people really said no to, that they said you can't do this anymore, and most Americans generally accept it, whatever they say. I don't really think the fight is in too many Americans right now. I don't think that they would protest, or they might fool me, but in most cases, like we're going cashless, you don't hear complaints about it. All the stuff they do that the majority doesn't like, the majority doesn't want, but the majority generally doesn't really say much. You know what I mean? Not much resistance.
I agree with you 100%. How you doing there, JM?
Hey, Rocky. Hey, Nickel. Everyone in the chat. Good to see y'all.
Thank you for coming up.
Oh, you're welcome. To answer your question, I really don't know what's up with that. It's very difficult to get firearms here legally in Canada, and really there's only a few reasons that you can legally have them, unless you're military or law enforcement, and that would be for target practice and for hunting while in season. So the whole idea of having firearms for one's personal safety or to protect oneself against a tyrannical government almost seems like most of the people think that's ridiculous to have firearms for that. I don't agree with them at all. To me, a firearm, it's an inanimate object. It's all about the person that's handling it. But, sure enough, you can look at any of the big cities in USA, Canada, probably most countries, and you're going to find that there's tons of crime being perpetrated with firearms. But I would argue that in most cases, it's been perpetrated by people that are not carrying legally to begin with. They're criminals already. So
exactly, that's exactly how I feel about it too, JM.
Yeah.
It's ingrained in American people. Most people, with us having the Second Amendment, it's going to be really difficult for them to try and do that. That would be really tough for that to go on. So I'm with you on that, JM.
Well, it'll be one gun at a time if they do it. They'll come up with the reasons. Well, just this gun, and then after they take it, then it'll be just this gun, and it'll be one at a time more likely than saying, "Hey, it's not like a really wide range ban on all types of weapons."
Thanks, Tony. Tony had a nice offer in there. If I can't handle Canada anymore, I can head on down there. And if I do cross the border, I always cross it legally.
He lives pretty close to you, don't he, JM?
I'm near Toronto. I think Tony's in Michigan, right?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. How close is Wisconsin to you?
Well, that's still it's driving distance. Like I think you could drive there in a day
Oh, okay. Okay.
or
Uh,
two
I,
at most.
I think the AR-15 would be the first gun to go. I mean, they'll find a reason to outlaw that, and then they'll start down the list. And I think that's what I'm worried about. I'm not a big AR-15 fan, but I know if they take that gun, then it's just a matter of time before they take all the rest of them.
Yep, I agree with you. It's the AR-15 is one of the most popular, plentiful weapons in the United States,
And
and
and that technology or that type of weapon has been around since like 1980, 81, I think.
well, I think the M16 came out in 64 or 65 is what I was thinking, and I think the AR-15 came out a few years after that. So I think it's like been here since the 60s. You could buy an AR-15. So it's been around. Yeah, Vietnam. Yep. I'm sure they didn't use AR-15s. I think we're using M16s in Vietnam. So I'm pretty sure that's what they were using.
See, and to me, like if a government is really looking out for their people, financially and monetarily, they're going to want the people to have precious metals. And from a physical protection point of view, they're going to want them to have firearms. You know,
Right.
so
I agree with you 100%, JM.
the first step for any government to genocide their people is to disarm the people. That's you look through history. Every genocide that's taken place by a government on their people, the first step is disarming the people.
Yep, exactly. So they can't fight back.
Castro, he took firearms when he took power. And how about Australia? Can you believe Australia gave their guns up without much of a fight? I don't even think there was a fight. And that's what shocks me. And now they're all sorry they did.
Mm-hmm. Here in Canada, if you look at Alberta, which is a province, you'll find Calgary is the top capital city there. So Alberta is to Canada, I would say similar to what Texas is to the States. Like that's where you're going to find the most diehard gun owners and people that are most opposed to gun confiscation. You know, and it doesn't really matter what the government does; they're still going to have them. They'll have them buried. They'll have them one way or the other.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I agree with you.
And I think Alberta is also one of the first provinces that's really stepped up and said, look, we want to separate from Canada and become part of the States. You know?
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
That's it. Can they do that?
I don't know. Like, I don't follow politics all that much. And I'm not really all that politically inclined. In fact, I try to avoid it. So right. I don't know what the ins and outs are politically of that.
Well, when they have to become an independent country first, and then maybe make a transition to the United States if the United States agreed to it. But they'd have to be their own country first, I think.
That sounds about right. And then they could become maybe like the 51st state.
Yeah, that'd be interesting because there's like Texas, they've had their succession on the books for a while, and I don't think it made for voting, so they could do the on that. I don't think it made it, so they might have. I just don't know. It would be interesting to see if Texas did get out of the union, because they're one of the few states that have the actual paperwork or what their constitution, Texas Constitution, said that they could go back and separate themselves from the U.S. and just like they did in the Civil War, all the states succeeded from. Hey, Chuck Aplata, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Things are great in the Dominion. Come on down for a visit. You know what? That sounds good, Chuck. It's been crappy weather here. It's been raining and cold and raining and cold. So yep, that's for sure. That is
What
for sure.
what side would you have fought for if you were living during that Civil War times? Would you have been on the South, or would you have been on in the North?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I'd have been in the South.
That's what I would have been too. Not that I agree with slavery. I wouldn't have.
Right.
But to have a Northerner come down and tell you what you can do or can't do on your land would be enough to get me to join the South. Yeah.
Right. Well, you know, the big thing about the Civil War, and people don't understand, the North was raising taxes on the southern states for their cotton and their trading. And it was basically what you'd call taxation without representation in the North, and that's why they succeeded.
Well, yeah, and also tobacco. You know, all the tobacco.
Yes. Yep.
And that was
Tobacco
huge.
was-
Tobacco was huge, more huge then than it is now.
Right. I agree with you. And so that I don't think slavery may have been not as big as taxation. I think the taxation is what really brought the South to succeed and go to war with the North like that. So Texas, my friend, is going to be the last beacon of freedom. Yep, I agree with you, Steve. I agree. Steve is saying that Texas will be the friends is going to be the last beacon of freedom, and I have to agree with him.
And Texas is pivotal. And if we get a tyrant after Trump, because Trump isn't a tyrant, Barbara. If we get a tyrant after Trump and the states want to secede, they would have to. It would depend on what Texas would have to be the first one. Texas would have to go first, and if they did, then the others would probably follow.
Right.
So, and Texas is, man, they could be their own country. They even have a gold and silver currency ready to go in case the dollar fails. So they have everything ready. Texas is in the best shape of any state.
Right. You know, their economy is doing really good. I mean, their economy is it's incredible down there. And so it's really good.
Yep. That's what my brother says. He said he don't understand this talk when he comes up here. I said, my area is not doing well. It is just not. And usually we do decent. You know, we don't have really extreme bad periods. We probably don't ever have really extreme good periods, but we usually weather everything out. And this time it's not looking that way here. So, and then I was, all this stuff, and he goes, well, down there they just building and booming and carrying on, businesses opening up, and
right. It really is. Now I don't know. I can see what it's like here in this state that I live in, and poverty is really sticking out like a sore thumb. The homeless people here are just it's getting worse and worse. It's not getting better. So they can't say the job market's doing good.
I got to tell you, it's brutal here. I don't know if you guys have. I think you have the same sort of thing as like a food bank. We have food banks here where people donate food, from the grocery stores, non-perishables, and all that. And then people that are homeless or on social services can go, get free food. But I'm hearing reports here that our food banks are so overrun. They're completely out, and they're having 2 to 4 times as many people lining up for food as they've ever had. It's really bad here too.
So, yeah, there's a lot of food banks around here that can't even keep food in their. They're not getting enough donations to feed people, and it's getting worse. And so, yeah, yep. Beto says he's glad he's in Texas. Yep, Beto. It's good in Texas. So it's
And Goat Sick, she's complaining about Florida. She must live right on the beach.
I like living in Texas. Florida is an insurance disaster. Yep, I agree with you 100% on that, Gold Chick. That last hurricane gone through there. Oh, yeah, it's bad. Beto's saying that
I bet she has a house on stilts. Ghost Chick does.
she might. She might. Barbara says that that came down a lot not long ago. It was over $5 by you. Yes, it was. It was a lot. It was close. It was $4.89 for a long time, and then diesel was like $5.40 or something like that. It was yeah. It was bad. It's gone down a little bit, but I expected to start going back up, and before the year's out. Hey, Sin City, how much is the gas where you're at, Sin City? Florida will be underwater. That's a good possibility there, Lucky Star. That is for sure. I know. I live. My house is at 500-foot sea level, so it's got to get pretty high. So oh, he's in Wisconsin. Okay. Steve C.
And it seems to me, generally speaking, fuel prices are about 10% more expensive in Canada than the States. But that's mainly because Trudeau's got more taxes on the fuel here than you guys have.
Well, we're still here about right at 3. I think it's pretty close. Might be a little under 3.
Okay. It's tough to do
my internet for a second, and I just like, man, what happened? So
I heard something there.
Yeah, my internet just went cuckoo. So I'm okay now though. It came back on. It got that circle of death. I'm like, oh no, not that. So America is in the house. Hey, America. So yeah, disconnected. If you look in the chat, my internet disconnected. Now I got it connected back. So it's crazy. So what do you think? What's going to happen with if China is actually cutting off America's metals that they need for military options of stuff like that? What do you think that's going to happen? What do you think they're going to cave? You think U.S. will cave in on that, or what? What do you think will happen?
You mean all the stuff that they're trying to keep us from getting?
You're right.
I think we'll probably get it other sources.
See, that's what I'm thinking. And the last time that I had looked on the antimony, they could buy 30% of it from South America or something like that. And so and that's a reason why that antimony was actually, the mine was shut down, because it's the antimony being produced is so toxic, is why they did that. No, the whole state was quadruple insurance. Only one flood and home insurance company remains. A hurricane came across the entire state and ripped most roofs off, and I was on the rescue team till foot problems. Oh, okay. Yeah, do you see what Gold Chick's saying about the insurance?
Yep, and that sounds about right to me. A lot of the insurance companies got wiped out, so
yep.
One of them absorbed all those that were going under.
So can you imagine what, I'd hate to even think what it costs for storm insurance down there in Florida, because I could see the insurance company just jacking the premiums way up on that.
If you can even get it. Like, even before the last few tornadoes went through there, I heard that it was not a matter of how expensive the insurance was. It's a matter of if you could even get it. So I bet you they've got, storms, hurricanes, all that, floods, all that as an exclusion in the insurance.
Oh, wow.
if you can even get it. That's what I would bet. Which is too bad because Florida is such a beautiful, beautiful state.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Oh, look at there. Look at that
That
coin.
was that's a new. I acquired that a couple of weeks back.
Nice.
I'm gonna wear that one around my neck. It'll be a piece of jewelry. It will be a piece of jewelry. You know what? It's 5:46 and it's like 15 minutes. Hey, Clear Lake, has Rocky updated shipping on the MS-70 Eagles? You know what, Clear Lake? I'm glad you asked that because I was gonna put it in the community page. I called December 4th to get my order, and they still are waiting for the Mint to get the orders out. So you're not going to see any of those star preview marks until the Mint gets through putting them out. And so that's what I'm waiting on. I have not received my order. They haven't even shipped it yet. So thank you, Lucky Star. I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. And I'm gonna wear that around my neck. A very special person I got that from, so it is very special to me. So on that. So let's see how many we got in here tonight. Well, I tell you, my attendance is really dropping. It's incredible.
I think Sal's is too.
I see 14. I see 14 people in here, and DNR's got 10 already, so he's going after 10. So Bengals by 10 is what he's figuring. So let's go ahead and just pick a number 1 through 30, and we'll do it. Snakebite got 18, okay, and we'll see see who picks it out. Barbara, it's dropping because Nickel is here.
What was that? Nickel, she is dropping, but what? Oh.
She's saying the viewership's dropping because you're.
Oh, yeah, it could be true.
She's just teasing you.
No, it could be. It could really be. I think since I've been coming up on a regular basis, I think it has gone down some.
Yeah, but you can't pin it. That's subjective,
Gold Chick, pick a different number. Clear Lake hit 21 before you did on my screen, so pick a different one, Gold Chick.
I think it has a lot more to do with the fact that there's so many people pumping out content on YouTube. Everyone that's more a consumer of YouTube content is actually starting to get overwhelmed, and they can't keep up with everybody. I know I sure can't.
And I'm going to start sending out some different dongs too when you win. So I got a package of different dongs. So let me get them out here and let's see what. Let's get this different one. There they are. I'm going to put those. I got me some different ones. We'll move this out of the way. Hang on there just a minute there. And here's some new dongs that I got. And this dong here is, let's see here. You see that? That's a 2000 donger. And that's going to be going out to the new winner tonight. So, okay. So we got Gold Chick at 13. She picked a new one there. I live directly on the water in Florida, and my rent goes up $100 every year. Started out at $875 10 years ago. Now I'm paying. Holy crap!
And remember also, you're supposed to be under the number, not over it.
Yep, closest.
Okay, Tom says he hasn't got his. So Tom, if you haven't got yours by the end of this week, I'll resend them to you. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, that's a new dong. I had to wait on that thing for a while. I want to get something different. So anyway, all right. You ready, Nickel? I think we're all done. All the numbers been picked. We'll see what you picked.
Number 9, Ted Williams' number, and also Hobbs from the Natural movie. His number was number 9.
Let's see here.
Very good.
Let's see here. We had Dean with 10. Okay, he's really close. Let's see if anybody's closer.
Water, the possibilities had 8.
8, and he didn't go over. So Water looks like he's going to be right on
the money.
Yep, exactly. Robert Kemp picked 7, so I think it is Water Possibilities. You're going to be the winner, so you're going to get one of my new dongs. I'm going to dong you good, brother. Water Possibilities. I'm going to write that down. You have my email, Water Possibilities?
Cool water's better than hot water.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, before we finish here, I will tell you that Indiana Hoosiers will be playing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish for their attempt to win a national title. So that's who we got to play. So it ought to be a pretty good game.
It should be.
I think Notre Dame will win it because they're in South Bend. And I think it'd be close, though. I think it'd be like a 1-3 point spread. But I think Notre Dame will probably be in Indiana's season because they get to play at home. I think that gives you a huge advantage. Oregon plays, Lord have mercy. I can't remember now. I think maybe SMU. I can't remember for sure. Where's my... Wait a minute.
SMU? Really? SMU was that good?
Wait a minute. Here it is. Yeah, SMU made it. I didn't think they would. No. Yeah. Wait a minute. Oregon. Okay. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Oregon got the bye. So they get to sit out the first round, and they await the Ohio State Tennessee winner, which that's going to be another game.
That ought to be a good game.
Yeah, but it's at Ohio State. So I think Ohio State would have the advantage.
Alabama got the boot, Dean says. So
yeah, they didn't deserve to get in. They really didn't.
Hey, Rocky, Goldchick was asking what that coin is that you're showing in your camera there.
Oh, the one there right now, this one up here, the penny.
So. Yeah,
that's a 2022 D penny. It was something I got in my change the other day, and I just threw it up there looking at it. It's sitting on top of a quarter. Let me move the quarter, and that way you can see the quarter. The quarter is what the heck's her name? She's one of the there we go. Imayu. She was the quarter for the women's quarter for this year, or a couple of months ago, a few months ago. But anyway, is that what you're thinking about, Goldchick? And this one here is a Tuskegee Airman. And so these are coins that I pick up. I just throw them down in my look at them because I get them out of circulation when I buy stuff with cash. So
good man.
Yep. That's the only way to do it. I may have to start doing like you did there, JM, and start going with silver bars or something. You know.
Mm-hmm. Only thing is the more you do that, you end up going through some of it. So, like ultimately, I prefer to have it as a SHTF, a last resort. But I think it's good to practice bartering and test and see where people will accept it, especially if they'll accept it at a good deal. Like if you can get a couple over spot for it on trade, I think
Yep.
that's very cool. It
That's
helps
what I'm
everybody out.
thinking. Yeah. I'm with you on that. That'd be really good. So that would be good.
I had a quick question for Nickel, if you don't mind, Rocky.
No, go right ahead.
Um, I'm
Is
sure
this,
he'll
hey,
know.
is this true or false? I'm just joking. Go ahead.
No, it's I know. It's your opinion. I've seen a few people putting in chats in the last day or two that they're actually starting to collect 2024 nickels. Saying there's something about them that makes them worth like a buck or so each. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, well, Rocky's your guy. He said they're going for over $200 a roll now.
Yeah, JM, the mint, their last mintage showing that they haven't minted any nickels 2024 P and D since last March. And so the 2024 nickels, only 30 million were minted. I think there was 32 million Denver and 33 million or 36 million Philadelphia nickels.
Okay.
And so the high grade 24 nickels or any of the 24 nickels are selling for about $5, just a single on eBay. So yeah, a D. So that where everybody's chasing the D.
So it's because of low mint numbers, I guess.
Right.
They just didn't produce that many, so I guess that's why the craze is on right now.
It's the lowest mintage of nickels in 50 years.
Wow. Did they change what is the composition? Is it copper in there or
no? Well, there is copper, but there's copper and nickel. I think there's 25% or 35% copper. Nickel in it, and the rest
25% nickel, 75% copper.
There you go. Okay, and so that's what's in them. They hadn't changed the composition, but I think because nickel was so expensive that they kind of cut back on minting the nickels and just cut back because they didn't want to spend the extra money for nickel was so high. So they have they're just going crazy. If you get on eBay and type in 2024 D nickel rolls, you'd be surprised. They're all over the place. There's like 400 and something listings right now of nickels, of singles and rolls and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Wow. I'm going to go to my bank tomorrow, see if I can get a couple rolls.
Yeah, if you can get them, because they're selling for big money. Don't open them if you get them. If you get as many as you can, if you can get them, because it's just really, really hard to get them right now.
Okay, I'm glad I heard about that.
Yep. Even if you can get some dimes, the dimes are at 132 million dimes only, and so they're not as scarce as nickels, but they are low, and so it could be a semi-key date. Yeah. So the dime rolls may, B rolls could sell, if you keep them long enough, they'll probably sell for quite a bit.
That's crazy, So they're not even minting enough dimes or nickels for each American citizen to have one.
Nope, they're not.
That's retarded.
But there's so many from previous years,
Yeah. Well,
fair enough.
During the pandemic, they were shortage of coinage, and the mint went just ballistic in 2020, and the banks have lots of nickels and dimes and everything like that, because I've gone to the bank and tried to get nickels, and I wanted 2024s, and they didn't have any. So
I think that's allegedly when they did all that. They did that for another reason. I think they had plenty of change. I think they were trying to experiment to see how it went, and that was could they go without change and still in the retail sector and still be able to just like go right along like nothing you know, what I'm saying, I think they were considering doing away with change altogether because of the expense of making it. So my theory is that was just an experiment.
It may have been. And you know, in 2020, I went and unloaded and rolled up I had $130 or $150 of change in a dish that I keep, and I took them to the bank. They were so glad to get it in 2020, and I had put dimes, pennies, and nickels all together and stuff like that. They're not real crazy about getting half dollars though. You know, they don't like half dollars, and quarters. They like quarters.
I like half dollars.
I got to ask Dean. I said, "What was with Wisconsin this week in basketball? They didn't do too well. They didn't fare too well this week." I was just wondering.
Hey guys, I got to take off, but Rocky, thanks for having me up here. Nickel, always great to chat with you. Awesome to see everyone in the chat. I hope everyone has a great week.
Thank you very much for coming up, JM, and thank you for doing that. And I appreciate it. I hope to see you next week. Thank you.
See you, JM.
Sounds good.
I'll have my cameras back right, so I'll be able to set them because I'd have to start all over to set my cameras up. I didn't want to have to do that, so I'll have it set next week. So I got 3 cameras on there now, so I'm trying to learn how to get all 3 of them going. So we'll get it. So it is 6 o'clock, and it is time to call it quits. And everybody here that water possibility, yeah, the D mint and the P mint, both of them, if you can get them, yes, both. The P sells not for as much, the D sells for more, but the P is both desirable. So if you can, do that. So anyway, I'm gonna say good night to everybody. And water possibilities, do you have my email? Can you email me?
See you, Beto.
We'll see you. Thank you very much, everybody. And hey, you're welcome. And Nickel and all, have a great night. And thank you very much. And we'll see y'all later.
We'll recap the game next week for Monday.
There you go. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for coming. And y'all have a great night. And we will see you. And good night. And we'll end the stream. Thank you very much.